Election Commission of India announces date for by-election in Manipur. Wangjing Tentha and Lilong Assembly constituencies going to polls on November 7. High Court of Manipur instructs Vigilant Manipur to conduct thorough investigation into irregularities in implementation of MGNREGS in all districts. Chief Minister N. Biren says government is prioritizing on enhancing horticulture and agriculture sectors to make Manipur a self-reliant state. India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 61 lakh with over 70,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 96,318. And Manipur reports 269 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 1 death in last 24 hours. State's tally rises to 10,746. Kurumjari, good evening. You are watching Tuesday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. And I'm Victoria RAJKUMARI with you. In the next 30 minutes, I'll be taking you through the day's latest updates from across the state and the world. First up, Election Commission of India (ECI) today announced a date for by-election in Manipur for 2 assembly constituencies. By-election to fill the vacant MLA posts of Wangjing Tentha and Lilong Assembly constituencies will be held on November 7th. With the announcement, Model Code of Conduct comes into force immediately in Thoubal district. Manipur Joint Chief Electoral Officer Ramananda Nomaikakpam has issued an order to this effect. Speaking to media at Chief Electoral Office in Lamphalpat today, Ramananda said notification for the by-election notification will be issued on October 13. He said filing of nomination will be on October 20th, scrutiny on October 21st and withdrawal on October 23rd. Election will be conducted on November 7th and counting of votes on November 10th. All election-related works will be completed by November 12th. There are 32,398 voters in Lilong Assembly constituency and 31,213 voters in Tentha Assembly constituency. Election will also be held for 1 parliamentary constituency seat of Bihar and 56 assembly constituency seats for other states on the same day. It may be mentioned that the many politicians, groups and organizations have condemned the ECI's decision to hold election amid the COVID-19 pandemic. High Court of Manipur has instructed SP Vigilant Manipur to hold a thorough investigation into irregularities in implementation of MGNREGS in all districts and take necessary action to book and punish the miscreants involved in misusing of funds sanctioned under MGNREGS. The court has further instructed to complete necessary actions within a period of 6 months. The court was responding to a PIL filed by petitioners 68-year-old Mohammad Mainam Siddiqui from Khelakong, Kongman, 68-year-old Mohammad Oli of Uchiwa Nasto under Maibam Uchiwa Gram Panchayat and 47-year-old Mohammad Wahid Ali of Nasto Makhalekai Uchiwa against gross misuse of funds allocated for implementing MGNREGS. The court took up the PIL on May 21st this year. Following subsequent hearings, double bench of the High Court of Manipur consisting of Chief Justice Ramalingam Sudhakar and Justice Ahanthem Bimol have disposed of the case with the necessary instructions to the vigilance. The court has also granted liberty to the parties to move the court against such officials who disobeyed the court's order. Members of all Manipur Hill Districts MGNREGA's Employees Association today carried out protest rally demanding regularization of staff of MGNREGA's in the Hill Districts of Manipur. More than 100 members of the association carried out the rally from Minuthong towards the Chief Minister's bungalow. However, police halted the rallies in front of the Hotel Classic in North AOC. Speaking to media, Secretary of the Association, Ukhrul Branch, C.H. Ramkai said MGNREGA's staff of Valley districts who had joined service after staff of Hill district were regularized in 2016. He urged the authorities concerned not to play divide and rule policy among hills and valley inhabitants and to do the needful. He warned of intense hesitation if 129 members of the association were not regularized at the earliest.
Government to regularize all the Hill District MGNS employees like the Valley counterpart. Till the government regularize us, we will keep on agitating and we'll keep on fighting for our rights.
People's Action for National Democratic Movement has refuted the claims that Pradhan of Kaino Gram Panchayat was not involved in the distribution of job cards to beneficiaries. Press release from IPR Secretary of People's Action for National Democratic Movement alleged the Pradhan and members of the Gram Panchayat of misconducts and warned to file a complaint to the concerned ministry if they continue their misdeeds. Chief Minister Nongthom Biren has asserted that the state government is focused on enhancing horticulture and agriculture sectors to become a self-reliant state in food production. He was speaking at the winter seeds distribution to 5,940 farmers at the Training Hall of Horticulture Farm in Khongampat today. The seeds were distributed under Mission for Integrated Development of Horticulture (MIDH). Speaking at the event, N. Biren said different committees have been formed to enhance food production and decrease the import of food items from other states, stating that export of horticulture items like ginger, pineapple and orange have increased considerably in the past 2 to 3 years with the hard work of farmers. The Chief Minister is short of extending every possible help to them. He also stressed on the need for personal interaction by ministers with people and farmers at the grassroots level. Chief Minister N. Biren led his Council of Ministers and MLAs in distributing the winter seeds to farmers on the occasion.
Vegetables,
General Manager of National Bank for Agricultural and Rural Development NABARD Manipur, Dr. M. Srinivas Rao today inaugurated a rural mart and outlet store for handloom and handicraft items produced by local weavers and artisans. People's Development Society organized the event at its office in New Chekon. Speaking on the occasion, Dr. M. Srinivas Rao said the mart was opened with an aim to upgrade self-help groups, that is SHGs, to enterprises. He also kicked off 15-day training on livelihood entrepreneur development program at the event. Dr. M. Srinivasa Rao said NABARD has been taking various initiatives for the welfare of women weavers and artisans of Manipur. He expressed firm belief that the newly opened mart will provide benefit to various women clusters and SHGs. Speaking to media, PDS Secretary T.H. Biramangol said the training program was launched to make women self-reliant. He said 30 women from 3 clusters, namely Urban Cluster, Rural Cluster and Kairao Cluster, will be trained on making of school uniforms in one batch. Altogether, 90 women will be trained. Every trainee will be provided sewing machines at subsidized rate.
NABARD is promoting self-help groups. We want to create employment and livelihood for the women members of the self-help groups. So NABARD supports NGOs for conducting training program for the women. When they produce handlooms, handicrafts product like that, we are also as a part of marketing support, we are financing these rural marts.
Training here loy, but the more the machine of swing machine of PG doing a subsidies. Bazaar listening to Pan people, the listening of Humukta, more than PG doing it. So that Makoina Mayunda and Ramatunda school uniform, earning the livelihood, Tabaki Hawaii and unfortunate.
Acting Chairperson of Manipur Human Rights Commission, Kaidim Mani, has warned that any minister who talks beyond ethics in a public platform is against the rule of law. Speaking to media at his office in Lamphal today, Kaidim Mani said legal action can be taken against such minister if any concerned citizen files a complaint to MHRC. He said a minister who has been administered out of office and secrecy by a governor is a public servant. The senior advocate also mentioned that the Indian Constitution gives us freedom of speech and expression under Article 19, Clause 1, Section A. Yet again, Clause 2 of Article 19 imposes certain restrictions on free speech. Kaidim Mani asserted that chief ministers, and MLAs do not have the authority to recruit any government employee. He also expressed concerns that bureaucrats in the state seems to be involved in corruption and nepotism. Kaidim Mani gave his assurance to fight such evils in the society in his best capacity as the acting chairperson of Manipur Human Rights Commission.
Mantri oina ai wasakpaga natraga ani officer moina mana tawfam thoktabata aina adu oirabani na aidi pangtau da tawngani panghap ta hapkani haibase aina yadeba public order da kaibepi morality da kaibepi incitement of an offense amasu oi corruption da favoritism da nepotism da yokhatpo oina thoi rule of law ge mayuktane minister na chief minister na Natraga cabinet minister na MLA na thaba hapangamra ain ge matungina minister na thaba hapangamde amona repeat uttaradi masana adum ain go oiba action lokhanaba adum leirakane sarkar ge leireba bureaucrat official sing non bureaucrat official sing leiriba sing sida corruption gi adi favoritism gi nepotism gi mami si chaung na taba leiba thaba hapada khangde file ma process tawada nomadi gen chamningai leite amanga the honorable minister Sri N. Birena Haigi, file to Nathado Kadabani, Yamavada Nomadi and Changaluidamniana.
A team led by Imphal East District SDO and Imphal East District SP demolished illegal encroachments on government land at Kurai Kongam Laikai today. And Raj locals have revolted against the act. Speaking to media, a protester, El Borkaina, warned to boycott the local MLA if he failed to stop the demolition. She claimed that people have been residing in the area since years back. Asserting that they have been paying necessary land tax to the government timely, Borkaina termed the sudden demolition as unfortunate and appealed to authorities concerned to look into the matter at the earliest.
Ngarang MLA na meeting amadi kawe aduma na ngarang je khudakta la akanda si je sido khoto na ahing jida mi tumna sana graba matam sida la aga sida kanjari ba dukan jing je sido on hai sigi dukan ji di akhoi gi ipa ipuna akhoi na sida yumbo palaktringai matam dagi hungna kanjaraga la e sigi dukan ji tawrakanda lupa ani dagi marup se haure imung amagi asi ana tholakpa matam da angamba mateng pange hujikti lising tara buk mateng pangba ngame aduma na ngarang sido pagi order ju utte ama ju tawde kaimuk tawdana ngammi habagi matagum ahing pung tara ma Taramasoi Barosida Sangaga Lay, Aduga Namdana Force that Sido Hale, Siki Sido was the order copy and Takoy the Utpa Late, Praza, Koida, Pung Baro Bokiman, the Sido on Hangasi, Ayupora order, Sido putting around the Gimoina Sangaga Lake Herbaneva, Sinunga Deba, community hall signing, but Zaga Kudima, Loina Pivam to Pigre, Adumata, the Sida Ipai Puna Kanjarami, Lamzida, Mana Heta, Atamnana, Sido on a Sido and Bata was there, Akoi Praza, Moina Yam Nungazade, Madila Naba authority, Yari, she can view Akoya Chuyaya.
Kuki NP Manipur has come out strongly against the violent clash between Aimol Chingnunghat and Aimol Kunyai on their Technopole police station over a contested playground on September 26, in which Pastor Thangjalal Aimol was killed. Kuki NP Manipur has sought justice for the victim. Secretary Information and Publicity of KIM is Gaumin Lun Gangte has alleged that Pastor Thangjalal Aimol was severely assaulted by Wan Alim alias Khorsosong, a suspected cadre of NSNIM, when he tried to pacify the incensed villagers. According to the deceased pastor's wife, Deya Laivon, her husband was repeatedly thrashed on the face and chest by the culprit even after he lay flat on the ground and later succumbed to his injuries. Gangte added that Deya recalled that he was intentionally targeted as his father, Bainilal Aimol, was also allegedly killed by the NSNIM. While extending its deepest condolence to the bereaved family, the Kuki NP Manipur has appealed to the government to take befitting action against the killer. It also urged all to extend solidarity in bringing justice to the victim. Chingtam Nupi Apunballob has also condemned the death of a pastor in the conflict over land dispute between Aimol Chingnunghat and Aimol Kunyai villages under Technopole police station on September 26. Body of a missing person was found in a drain at Kwakatel Soibam Laikai under Imphal police station this morning. The deceased is 50-year-old Lamabam Sudhir, son of late El Mangi, from Kwakatel Akam Laikai. Impact News sources said passerbys came across the body at around 7 a.m. Police team of Imphal police station arrived and later identified the body after an inquest. Lamabam Sudhir has been missing since September 27th. His family had even filed a missing report at Singjamai police station. Imphal police station has registered a case and the body has been kept at Rimsmore for necessary examination. A combined team of Imphal West District Commando and 31st Assam Rifles has arrested a suspected active cadre of proscribed RPF PLA at Sekmaijing, Thongkong. The arrested person is 19-year-old Khetrimayum Nirjit, son of Khetrimayum Papu from Kakjing Kholen Makhalaikai, Khong Paring. Impact News sources said the team arrested Nirjit around 10 p.m. yesterday. Sources further said Nirjit was recruited by one Jogindrajit of Kakching in 2019 and that he underwent training at Tongjang in Myanmar. He has been handed over to Mayang Imphal police station for further investigations. As a part of anti-drug drive, Jiribam District Police Team under the supervision of Jiribam SP M. Mobi seized 84 bottles of Indian-made foreign liquor today. The team recovered the liquors from an auto rickshaw during a frisking operation near Jiribam oil pump. The driver, along with the confiscated items, have been handed over to Jiribam Excise Department for necessary legal actions. Rongmei Lu Farm RLP President Aram Pamei has condemned Rongmei Naga People Organization for recently declaring that RLP has been dissolved. Press release from the RLP President said RLP has been taking active roles in uplifting women and downtrodden people of Rongmei community who are residing in Assam, Manipur and Nagaland since 2004. Asserting that RLP is very much active, he warned RNPO not to interfere unnecessarily. Now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you news on updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We'll be back with the details after the break. Keep watching Impact News.
Supermarket.
Panthoibi Group presents Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited, regulated by RBI, has completed its 15 years of service, having 13 branches including Guwahati. Provides subsidized home loan under PMAY CLSS Housing for All by 2022 mission. Panthoibi Microfinance deals in microfinance. Panthoibi Nidhi Limited provides loans against fixed deposit and properties. Panthoibi Construction booking is going on for flats, villas, row house. For more details, kindly contact Panthoibi Housing Finance Company Limited and its subsidiary group of companies.
Welcome back. You're watching Tuesday Primetime English Bulletin on Impact News. India's COVID-19 case load went past 61.45 lakhs with 70,589 people testing positive in a day. On the positive note, India's total recovery has crossed 51 lakh and national recovery rate stands at 83%. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, death toll has climbed to 96,318 and active COVID-19 cases are above 94,75,000 in the last 24 hours. Maharashtra is still on the top with over 2,65,000 active cases of COVID-19. Indian Council of Medical Research said more than 11 lakh tests have been conducted in the last 24 hours. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 3 crore 36 lakh people. Above 1 crore people have died and recoveries are above 2 crore 49 lakh. USA is on the top with more than 25 lakh 42,000 active cases of COVID-19, followed by India and Brazil. Now to the Northeast. Among the Northeast states, novel coronavirus has affected Assam the most. The state's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have crossed 1,73,000, of which 30,662 are active cases. Arunachal Pradesh COVID-19 tally has reached 9,332 and active cases are 2,725. While Nagaland's tally is nearing 6,000 mark, of which active cases are 1,002. Tripura's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 25,350, out of which 5,874 are active cases. There are 499 active cases of COVID-19 in Mizoram, 697 in Sikkim and 1,448 in Meghalaya. Now updates on coronavirus cases in Manipur. Manipur reported 269 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and 1 death in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, Manipur's total confirmed COVID-19 cases have reached 10,746, of which 2,642 are active cases. A coronavirus infected 51-year-old man from Imphal East district passed away at Jennings. With this, death toll has reached 65. On the positive note, 57 people were discharged in the past 24 hours and recovered cases have reached 8,039. State's recovery rate stands at 74.80%. Out of the newly infected persons, 231 are from general population and 38 are personnel of Central Armed Police Force. Newly infected persons from the general population are 53 from Imphal West District, 44 from Imphal East, 40 from Tangmenglong, 15 from None, 9 from Teknopal, 7 from Kamjong, 4 from Jiribam, 2 each from Kokching, Kangpokpi, Bishnupur and Churachandpur districts, 1 each from Ukhrul and Senapati districts. 4 persons out of the general population, 1 from Kokching and 3 from Imphal East, are returnees from other states, while the rest are locals without any significant travel history. They are being shifted to COVID care facilities and necessary measures are underway. Autonomous District Council Churachandpur has taken measures to curb illegal sale of meat for consumption amid the coronavirus pandemic. The ADC has notified all meat sellers to obtain mandatory no objection certificate from their respective locality or village, without which trade license will not be issued to them. Price of meat has also been fixed by the council in the wake of butchers selling meat at skyrocketing prices. Beef has been fixed at 450 rupees per kg and pork at 350 rupees per kg. The decision was taken after a meeting of ADC Churachandpur CEO Lanthanzam and EM ADC, who holds the portfolio of trade license P. Kamkholal Vaipai with butchers, village chiefs and village authority leaders at ADC conference hall yesterday. Reportedly, there are many butchers and meat sellers in Churachandpur district without holding any valid license, and some are even selling stale meat, which is hazardous for health. Coalition Against Drugs and Alcohol Kada and Nupi Khunai Association Haibong Pokpi jointly organized an awareness program on COVID-19 and how to over the stigma towards COVID frontline warrior today. The program was held at Haibong Pokpi Mayai Laikai Devi Mandap. NHIDCL today resumes works for conversion of National Highway 102B Tidim Road into double lanes. Works are now going on full swing and the road is expected to be completed within 2 years. It may be mentioned that the road project was on hold due to compensation-related controversy. DC Churachandpur Pawan Yadav IAS had convened a meeting at his chamber in Tuibong, Churachandpur yesterday regarding the same. An agreement was reached with chiefs, JAC members and affected villages during the meet. Under the initiative of Churachandpur DC, issues have been resolved and compensation rate has been fixed. The DC along with village chiefs and leaders of JAC inspected the work site today. NHIDCL has kept necessary equipments at Maikot village around 1 kilometer away from Singhat subdivision headquarters. The National Highway 102B stretching about 161 kilometers from 0 point will be shortened by over 20 kilometers after the project is completed. Chairman of the JAC, TK Hang Swantak, has expressed his gratitude to DC Pravan for his initiatives in resolving the matter. Villages in Churachandpur district are still facing difficulties in reaching their nearest hospital for treatment. Inhabitants of Mulen and Volmong village under Henglep subdivision of the district have been facing various problems as the bridge connecting the two villages has collapsed in the last couple of days of heavy rain. Patients are still taken to the district hospital on hand-held bamboo stretchers. A middle-aged woman named Bathing Kim from Molin village was no exception. No vehicles can reach the village owing to bad road connectivity. State NCD cell Manipur under National Program of Prevention and Control of Diabetes, Cancer, Cardiovascular Disease and Stroke observed World Heart Day today in collaboration with District NCD cell at different locations. Awareness talks, CV risk estimation blood test and ECG examination of NCD patient highlighted the day. In times of COVID-19, heart patients are facing double-edged threat, mortality due to COVID and less care of heart problem. State Nodal Officer NPC DCS Dr. Y. Prem Chandra visited PHC Komlathabi and reviewed heart disease and NCD screening activities in the community and discussed strategies to reach out heart patients during COVID-19 pandemic. Public health specialist Dr. Day Gracia Lamli Kame strays on theme at observance. WIMO Program Officer Tata Trust and W. Sairangba, State Program Coordinator NCD delivered talks on NCD risk factors and different benefits given by the program to NCD patients. It may be mentioned that free drugs for hypertension and for major heart disease are freely available at all NCD clinics and health and wellness centers across the state. District Health Society, Jiribam, also observed World Heart Day today. The event was held on the theme Creating Heart Healthy Environment at CMO office in Jiribam's Babupara by following COVID-19 related SOPs. All Manipur Kidney Transplant Patients Welfare Association has appealed to provide free medicines to kidney transplant patients of Manipur. Media advisor of the association, Panjobam Lanajit, said most of the kidney transplant patients of the state are from deprived families. He said they have to take medicines worth 10,000 to 30,000 rupees per month depending on their respective health conditions. Lanajit had mentioned that Chief Minister Tarun Gogoi launched free drugs for Assam kidney patients in 2009 as a New Year gift. He added that the association has submitted a written request for the same to Chief Minister N. Biren several times, but to no avail till date.
Free drug policy do maduma khaktang di ikai khumnajariba Manipur gi Chief Minister Sri Nongthongmam Biren chingana amuktang miyeng changbinjana hajakhiba application sing adu amuktang di yengbiraga aikoina hajakhiba free drug policy du atuba matamda chanahanbiu kidney transplant patient sing si transplant or matungda hajabatai akoi gi health ki condition ki matungina hidak si thamada lupa lising tara dagina kunthra phawbuji makoi chai transplant patient Equide restart over membership Yamna Waraba, Kangu Yawi, government service or Mudigia or Mukedo, Krasudu Yawi, Kanagum Karana, Tangai Padana, Mahakna, Laser Mingo to Yundu Oga, transplant over Yawi. Free drugs Assam Jadi 2009, Matamdugi Honorable Chief Minister Sri Tarun Gogoina, free drug for Assam kidney patient Haidana, New York Kudul Oina 2009, Makoigi Kudung Jabsi Pibire.
ICDA's Project Lilong Unit held Poshnma event at Thobal Moijing Community Hall today. CDPO of ICDA's Lilong Project, Iringbam Bijaya, enlightened the attendees on different types of disorders caused by lack of nutritious food among children, teenagers and pregnant women. She also stressed on how to tackle the same. Angawadi and Asha workers, helpers and supervisors attended the event. Union Home Ministry has sanctioned 3 more branches of National Investigation Agency NIA. The 3 new branches will be in Imphal, Chennai and Ranchi. Opening of a new NIA branches aims to ensure quick response to any emergent situation in the concerned states by the Premier Anti-Terror Investigation Agency. The decision will also strengthen the NIA's capability in the investigation of terrorism-related cases and other national security-related matters. Currently, the NIA has 9 branches besides specialized units at headquarters, New Delhi. Manipur State Legal Service Authority, under the aegis of National Legal Service Authority, organized state's e-online Lok Adalat at its ADR building in Lamphal today. Fast Track Court, Crime Against Women, Manipur Additional Session Judge Ojes Motum and Advocate CH Momon were the members of the Lok Adalat bench. 14 pre-litigation cases of State Bank of India were disposed during the online Lok Adalat. Chief Minister Nongthoma Biren has greeted people of the state on the occasion of 124th birth anniversary celebration of Lamyanba Hijam Irawat, which falls on September 30th. In his message, the Chief Minister said Lamyanba Hijam Irawat was a multifaceted personality, a freedom fighter and a revolutionary social activist. He added that Irawat's contribution towards literature, sports and upliftment of the downtrodden are noteworthy. Biren maintained Irawat's efforts towards maintaining oneness and emotional integrity among people of different communities are fondly remembered. The Chief Minister called upon people of the state to leave behind selfish thoughts and follow the ideals of Irawat, who had envisioned a united and new Manipur. Works Minister Thongam Biswajit has also extended greetings to people of Manipur on the joyous occasion of 124th birth anniversary celebration of Lamyanba Hijam Irawat, which falls on September 30th. In his message, Minister Biswajit said Lamyanba Hijam Irawat was a towering figure and a multifaceted personality. He was a true leader who had worked selflessly for the people of the state. The minister urged everyone to remember the great leader's values and follow his ideas in bringing peace and unity in the state. Mahut Minister Okram Henry has also greeted people of the state on the occasion of Jananeta Hijam Irawat Day 2020. In his message, the minister said Hijam Irawat was a freedom fighter, an educationist, a politician, poet and revolutionary social activist. He called upon everyone to imbibe his principles and thoughts in building a new Manipur. Minister Okram Henry appealed to everyone to pay tribute to the late multifaceted leader on his birth anniversary. Ningol Club Hairok organized Lamyanba Hijam Irawat memorial event on the theme Irawat Amasung Ngasigi Khunai at the club office today. Kada President Hijam RAJKUMARI, Secretary General of Patriotic Writers Forum Manipur Rakesh Naurem, Proprietor of Purnima Enterprise Naurem Thong and Rani Bala and President of Ningol Club Sophia Kundombam graced the event. Celebration Committee Kakching BJP Mandal celebrated 104th Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya birth anniversary at the residence of BJP Manipur Pradesh Special Invitee Naurem Navachandra in Kakching Paji Laikai, Makhalau today. Secretary of BJP Manipur Pradesh S. Premita, Vice President of BJP Kakching Mandal S.H. Inaubi also attended the event. Attendees paid floral tribute to the portrait of Pandit Dindayal Upadhyaya on the occasion. Regular voluntary blood donors group Manipur and Jennings Blood Bank and Transfusion Unit jointly conducted one-day blood donation camp at Jennings Hospital today. Around 30 members of regular voluntary blood donors group donated blood at the camp. And before we wrap up, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Election Commission of India announces date for by-election in Manipur. Wangjing, Tentha and Lilong Assembly constituencies going to polls on November 7. High Court of Manipur instructs Vigilant Manipur to conduct thorough investigation into irregularities in implementation of MGN RAJKUMARI in all districts. Chief Minister N. Biren says government is prioritizing on enhancing horticulture and agriculture sectors to make Manipur a self-reliant state. India's confirmed COVID-19 cases crossed 61 lakh with over 70,000 new cases in the last 24 hours. Death toll reaches 96,318. And Manipur reports 269 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 and one death in the last 24 hours. State's tally rises to 10,746. That's all we have for today. Thanks for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news updates, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube.